you, you see, I always tell you, right? Take a chance. But well, it is what it is, right? Because people are different. People are very different. So yeah. Anyways, hey, before I start rambling on here. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. And it's a little bit light today. Anyways, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing with trust me, once it clicks, you will start laughing too. Once it clicks, you will start laughing. But anyways, yeah. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, we'll look at market performance for the past 24 hours. And right after that, we will check at prices in details. And right after that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, guys, let's talk about this today, okay? Because it seems most people don't get the point. Most people don't understand the reason. And most people don't get it. Why I keep trying and trying and trying. People don't get it. But when you make up your mind about something, okay, no matter what comes your way, you make up your mind. I told you guys, from my childhood, I saw what my mother went through. And trust me, when I saw that, it changed me. And I made a note to self, a decision to myself. Like, hey, my children are not going to go through this. It's not because she had a choice. It's just the environment, right? That's why I always tell you guys, I never cheated. I'm playing with the cards life dealt me. To me, this is a poker game. These are the cards that life gave me. And so what I'm trying to do in a layman's language, I'm trying to turn a wooden spoon into a golden spoon. A lot of you are probably born with golden spoons, but I was born with a wooden one. I could have done like a lot of people, going to doing bad things and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? I chose a different way because, hey, I want to make a legacy. I want to go from zero to a millionaire status. And I'm not talking about just a couple, 10, $20 million. No, I'm not talking about that. I want my bank account to have more zeros than your gate code. You know, when you put that 2, 4, and then you put 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I want my bank account to be that long. You understand? Not just bank account, equities, wealth. That's what I want. Because hey, let's face it. Everybody in life, you have that same opportunity, whether you like it or you don't. It is what it is, right? You have the opportunity to change. You have the opportunity to have how do you say it? To have your life go from bad to good. Depends on your decisions that you make. So right now, those decisions you make right now might not make sense. They might not. But trust me, sometime in the future, you will look at those decisions and go, wow, I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I moved this way. I'm glad I was able to do this. Like, for example, you can see right now, I always talk about things that I do. I use myself, for example. A couple years ago, when I started my company, a bunch of people laughed at it. When I started my record label, for example, I saw people who were like, man, you know, there is a lot of big record labels out there. There's a lot of this blah, blah, blah going out there. And I looked at them. Okay, I do remember talking to a friend of mine and saying, how many people can sing on earth? How many? There is what? There's not even a number. You can't put a number in it. And now, how many of those people are signed by these big labels? You don't know, right? Not all of them are getting signed. You might have R. Kelly right there, but maybe somewhere in the jungle there is somebody better than R. Kelly. The only point is give them a chance. That's it. That's why when I go, we usually organize my record label. We usually organize this underdog. We call it underdog. I go and organize those, and people sign up. People are just like, it's like you when you looking for talent. Okay, people sign up, and then you start to give them auditions. I don't care. Skin, fat, short, tall, I don't care. I give everybody the same opportunity. And I remember I do have this artist, which again, I keep telling her, be patient. I'm trying to groom you to become something that you don't even know. Because she is a little overweight. Okay, she used to have a weird ass name, as a stage name, and I changed it. I told her, you know what? From what you look like, we're gonna call your stage name Cherry. Okay, because imagine there is a bunch of oversized women out there that don't feel like they belong just because they don't have that slim, sexy body. You understand? Just that way. But when they see you on stage, they are going to have that confidence. So this is something that I'm working on with her, because like she's like, yeah, I have a good voice, I can sing, but I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, now, listen, this is what life gave you. This is what you're playing with. Changing yourself just because other people are saying something about your appearance, that is a problem. You have a problem, not them. Because guess what? When we look at your family trait, this is your genes. Your father's like this, your mother's like this, your brother's like this. Even look at the first generation before them, they are all like that. So yeah, this is the life, this is the cards you're playing with on this poker game. You cannot go and try to be like somebody else, because guess what? You have a wooden spoon. You have to work different than the person that has a silver spoon. You understand? So I talking to her, she's beginning to understand. And I say, yeah, to make things easier, I'm going to do a group. I'm going to be a group. They're all going to be the same plus size or the same size of girls, and we're going to call it cherries. The cherries. We're going to do it that way. And you will see, once you start getting on stage, you start throwing out your songs, your music, you are going to see how big your fan base is going to grow. See? Decisions you make right now always affect you in the future. Again, I'm going to use myself as an example. Look at it. A couple of weeks ago, before Kaspa crashed, before the entire market crashed, my total holding on Kaspa was like what, 600, close to 520,000, something like that. The market crashed. I didn't cry about it. I made a decision to buy more Kaspa. Right now, I'm sitting above 700,000 Kaspa. So I bought over 150,000 Kaspas. I bought them. And the funny thing about it is that, yeah, it was 2-3 cents when I bought. I didn't catch the absolute bottom, but I bought around 3 cents. Right now, Kaspa is sitting at what? 6 cents. See? Crazy, right? I opened that decision. I opened a leverage trade as soon as the other one got closed. A lot of my friends, they was like, man, that's a wrong move. That's a wrong move. That's a wrong move. But guess what? I'm in profit as we sit right now. Right? It's also another thing you have to think about. Think about it, because now the entire market is going to start coming up again. They created a bottom that was not supposed to be there. Bad thing, yeah, because a lot of people lost a lot of money. But if you know what you want, the decision you make right there in opening that trade, in buying on that spot, it will come and reward you later on in the future. And then imagine, okay, I just bought extra. Let's just say I don't want to sell my Kaspa. I just bought an extra, I think it was close to 150,000 Kaspa that I bought. Kaspa goes to $1. Okay? Kaspa goes to $1. $150,000 out of what? Less than 3 grand? You see? Those are the decisions you make. Right now, everybody else is looking at something I usually use very often is the green candle chasing, which again, I'm not blaming anybody, okay? Because I was once part of that group. I was once a green candle chaser. When I started this journey, the only difference is that a lot of people don't learn from what they do wrong. I myself, like I told you guys, every day I sit there, I thank my God for the day that I've been through, thank him for the day that is to come. If I don't make it, I also thank him for how long, how far he has pushed me. That's what it is, okay? You have to be grateful for what you have before you ask for more, right? But again, if you look at it, at the end of the day, you should be striving for one thing, trying to be more better, not just in your personality or in the way you deal with people, but try to be better in your wealth. Every decision that I make every day is aiming at one thing. At least tomorrow or next week, my wealth will be better than what I have today. Try to be better. It might seem stupid because like a lot of people see the market dropping. I just said, right? A lot of people see Bitcoin going down, or they see this and that's happening, it's dropping. But those of them that take that chance today, like we talked about here many times, you need to be able to let go of your fears. Let go of them, face them. Money is money. You're going to lose it. Anyways, if you're destined to lose it, you're going to lose it. You can lose it today by buying some stupid, or you can lose it today by going to a restaurant, eating the food and go and shit it out a couple of minutes later. Or you can lose it today, somebody stealing it from you. Money is money. It's just something that is a means of acquiring other stuff, okay? So for you to get that wealth, you have to know how to take that risk. The risk is calculated based on a person. Like for example, some people will tell you, I am leverage trading, but I can never trade more than 2x. Okay? Something like that. Or some people will tell you, oh, I'm buying on spot, but I can't buy more than $500 worth of spot coins. Others will tell you that. And if you come to yours truly, I am leverage trading, but anything less than 50x, I'm not looking at it. And on top of that, to add the cherry to that cake, no stop loss. That's me. That's the amount of risk I am willing to take. So yeah, but for you to sit on the side to say, you know what, I'm not going to take any risk at all. I'm not going to do anything at all. Guys, that is where failure starts. That's where failure starts. And that failure, until somebody comes along and changes that vicious cycle, it will never, ever stop. Trust me, it will not stop. Therefore, again, like I said, my family, we came from where? Nowhere, right? And I made it. I took that goal to myself. I did not come from a millionaire family, but a millionaire family has got to come out of me. And I took an initiative out of it. I started investing. Who would have thought that idea that I had a couple years ago of registering my corporation will lead me to where I am today? Who would have thought? So yeah, you see, decisions you make today, they are going to take you places you've never even imagined in the future. You've never imagined. Let's go back to at least to the work where we're talking about investing, right? Those of them that did invest in Bitcoin at the beginning, which unfortunately I wasn't part of it. Those of them who did invest in it, and then they're like, oh yeah, Bitcoin, this, a financial institution, this and that. And the rest of us, the 99.9% at that time, we were looking at them like, hey, you bunch of fools. You bunch of nerds. Because I'm telling you, until today, I'm still kicking my head on the wall every time I think about that. Because I know a friend of mine, yeah, he's rich now. He made a lot of money with it because we were working in Egypt when he first told everybody about it. Like, guys, you need to buy a Bitcoin. And my stupid question was like, what is Bitcoin? Instead of doing my research. Can I where is the Bitcoin at? And when he said internet money, and I said, can I hold it? No, it's internet money. Can I see it? No, you can't see it. And till today, I'm regretting that day. And I told Maggie, man, go fuck this shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Today, he lives in a mansion with a yacht, with cars and everything that I would ever want. But the thing is, I did not take that chance. I did not. I didn't take it. I was so chickened out, or probably chasing green candles everywhere. And years later, I made a move. Yeah, because like everybody, when I told everybody I was going to take my 401k to buy Bitcoin, everybody said I was crazy. See, back then it sounded crazy. It sounded stupid because your 401k is supposed to be your retirement. And I said, I'm taking it out to buy Bitcoin. That one decision right there. Today, look at where Bitcoin is. And look at what everybody's saying when you tell them, hey, I have 30 Bitcoins and I use my 401k back then to buy it. Nobody believes it. See? Decisions you make today in the future, they are going to determine a lot in your life. And here we are looking at Quant, sitting at $80. Everybody and their grandmama running up and down. Nobody wants to look at it because the market is crashing. And you tell them you need to do your research on Quant. You need to look at where the financial institutions are going. You need to look at what is ISO 20022 and to see exactly where things are moving. If you do your research and look at it, trust me, you will be piling up on Quant like there was not tomorrow. But most people don't. A lot of people only look at the price action. A lot of people only look at, what Bitcoin is doing. Forgetting that, again, back in the days, Bitcoin was also going down. And everybody was laughing at Da Vinci. Everybody was laughing at everybody else. But today, who is laughing? Quant will produce the same sentiment. Trust me, it will happen. And then you go look at Kaspa. It went down to 1 cent. Yeah, you see, I told you it was going to crash. It was going to do this. Bam, there we go. In less than an hour, 400% up. And this is just the start. And because like the way I usually say it, Quant right now has nothing going for it. Only Casplex, a couple of projects. But if you look at the TVL, the way it's coming, look at the TVL growing, right? Look at everything going on Quant right now. They are prioritizing development over exchange listing, pricing, and all that stuff. Now, people are laughing at it. Now is the time you make that decision. You know what? I am going to buy Kaspa. If it goes down, it goes. If it goes up, it goes. Me, I usually just close my eyes. To hell with it. I'm getting in there. Because at least this thing has triple chances to make me a multi-millionaire. It has. In the short term, it has the chances to make me a lot of thousands of dollars. Yet, people are running away. And trust me, that decision that I'm making right now on accumulating Kaspa, trust me, time will come down the line when I'm going to look at these purchases of Kaspa that I'm doing, this leverage trading on Kaspa that I'm doing, and I'll go like, wow, that was a good one that I did. That was a good one that I did, because I'm telling you, if you keep persisting on something, let's say you want to become a rich person, right? You want to become a multi-millionaire. You keep persisting on investing. You keep looking for ways of improving your wealth. Trust me, sooner than later, you will get there. You will. It's like you see this people that want to lose weight. What happened to those of them that keep consistent? At the gym, at the food, at everything. What happened to them? They eventually lose weight. Bodybuilders, a lot of them start just like me, lean, not a lot of muscles or nothing, but they keep consistent. They keep at everything their routine, and guess what happened? They become bulk. They become huge. The same principle is applied to investment. You can do it slowly, easily but slowly, and there you go. Before you know it, bam, your bank account will go from $1 to $10, $10 to $100, $100 to $10,000, 10,000, oh crap, 100,000, oh crap, $1 million. Before you know it, you are there. But it only matters at one thing: consistency. You need to keep investing. Sometimes people say I'm crazy for not looking at the price, and I say it's okay. I don't look at price because I know. Guess what? Price will fluctuate up and down depending on the season, depending on people's mentality, depending on if the wind is blowing or if it is raining or whatever, because everything is always going to affect the price. But one thing you have to understand, we are always on a bull run. That's where we are. If you're investing in a crypto assets, we are always on a bull run. Seriously. That's what's going to happen. Things like Bitcoin, they are always on a bull run, only that we have the ups and we have the down. The only issue is that something else is going to come out, and once it comes out, it will show people like, okay, there are cracks on that wall. And what they've been selling you about that stuff is a bunch of smoke screen. Like I said, crypto right now, Bitcoin still have a lot of room to run until Kaspa gets all its functionalities out, all the ecosystem out, everything comes out, and people will realize like, okay, Kaspa does everything that Bitcoin does. Kaspa even does better than Bitcoin does, and things will then change, take a dramatic approach. That's when I will sell my Bitcoin. I've been telling you guys this. Bitcoin right now, we still have that train hype. You have Michael Saylor, you have Da Vinci, you have all these people telling you about Bitcoin. This is the best thing since the invention of sliced bread and blah blah blah. That's what they're telling you. But what they are not telling you is like, okay, time is coming when this thing that we are running away from the government is about to happen to Bitcoin. But until then, hey, collect those raindrops while it is still raining. That's what it is. Okay? Anyways, yeah. Please, you have to understand it. Make that decision now. The market is red. Now is the time you get in. Because in the future, time is coming when you are going to be like, yeah, I'm glad I got into the market when it was red. You will. Okay? Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Yeah, I know, right? I know a lot of people are going to be... I know, right? Look at that. See? COAI. I told you, stay away from this thing. This COAI, guys, pumps, people get in, dumps. Pumps, people get in, dumps. Something is not right with this COAI. Well, it's up to you, right? You are free to try to to get in there as much as you want. That is your problem, okay? But anyways, let's look at right here, KAS, King Kaspa. Let's see. For the past hour, Kaspa is up 4%. On the day, we are down 1.1%, 10% down on the week, 34.3% down on the month, and 59.3% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.45 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $55.70 million. Now we look at Quant, the banker's coin, and we have here 3.7% up the last hour, 2.4% down on the day, 3.6% down on the week, 13.7% down on the month, and 25.3% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.22 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $19.70 million. Okay, we look at Cubic, high risk, high rewards. What do we have here? 3.4% up the last hour, 6.2% down on the day, 7.4% down on the week, 23% down on the month, and 12.4% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $178.41 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $3.75 million. Okay, now we go look at the Jasmy, the Japanese Bitcoin. What do we see here? On the Japanese Bitcoin, we do have here 4.1% up the last hour, 0.7% down on the day, 2.8% down on the week, 25.6% down on the month, and 47.4% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $506.94 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $33.27 million. Okay, now we go look at Jonathan Sopetoro, Bitcoin, and I call it the orange guy. Yesterday I made a mistake on the number, so yeah, thank you so much for correcting me on that. But anyways, we do have 3.4% up the last hour, 0.7% up on the day, 0.2% up on the week, 2.9% down on the month, and 62.5% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.24 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $69.06 million. So as you can see, same thing I always tell you, money is not going to trickle down. Bitcoin is going up. Look at what the coins are doing. Coins are going up. Your money is going to be sitting in utility coins. If you can hold utility coins and find the right one, yeah, you're going to make a lot of money with it. Anyways, now let's go look at prices in details. Although, like I said, yeah, TA is still not going to do much for a lot of people, because TA right now is all going to depend on what Bitcoin does, right? So yeah, let's just go through them. Like, for me, it's a habit. I can't I can barely let go of it, right? We can see the Dixie. Look at that. Yesterday Dixie was 98.6. Dixie still running 98.9. You see? And again, everybody's still going to tell you, yeah, they're ditching the dollar. The dollar is going down. Look at Dixie, 98.9. I told you these rate cuts were not what everybody thought they are. Dixie's going up. Bitcoin is also going up, which is a little bit odd. We need to see an inverse correlation on that. And if you ask my humble opinion, I think it's because of gold, right? Gold is going up. Gold is reaching is running on fumes right now, and everything else has to catch up with gold to see before we start seeing like major corrections and everything else start to happen. Okay, anyways, don't forget our good friend Trumpicius Magicius is about to meet with Xi Jinping very soon, so let's see how that one ends. Okay, anyways, now looking at Kaspa on the hourly, see, here you go. Like I told you guys yesterday, price always get attracted to the moving average. So far we are just waiting to see how Kaspa reacts to this, because as you can see, this again, people are still trying. I don't know who is trying to do this. The price is trying to go to the moving average, but what they're doing is try to go up and they try to push it. And then again, look, I told you guys yesterday there were over $40 million worth of shorts that are going to get liquidated if Kaspa hits 6.5 cents. And these little bastards we call market makers, they are going to do it. So if you're shorting Kaspa right now, my friend, I don't know what to tell you. It's that simple. Okay, it's that simple. You're about to get the hot potato get dropped to you. That's what you're about to get. Now, if you look at it on the 4 hourly, first of all, if you look at it on the hourly, one thing you're going to notice, again, look at the ribbon. Even though it's red, it has started to curve upwards. And the price, again, it has started to do exactly what we talk about here every day. Price always get attracted to the moving average. That's what we are seeing right now that is happening. Okay, let's just wait. The day just started. We don't know what else Bitcoin is going to do. But again, if Bitcoin continues on the trajectory that it is going right now, we are going to see this thing start to even go higher than this. Okay, if you look at it on the 4 hourly, what do we have here? See, yesterday we talked about this. I told you look at the ribbon, and you can see, for me, that's why I think the price is there's a lot of momentum, bullish momentum to it, because if you look at the ribbon, see, it is curving, right? And this one is also doing the same thing. So before you know it, it's going to cross and it will go. And another thing that is also playing with the price, like I told you, look at where the moving average is, 0.68, almost 7 cents. And look at where the price is. So you're about to see this thing do the same, go up there to try to retest where the moving average is. When I trade, these are the simple things that I look at. Go look at the MACD, look at the RSI, which again, I'm telling you, this thing is looking very, very bullish. Okay, if you look at it on the daily, see, because the hourly has flipped, the 4 hourly is about to flip. Now we look on the daily. When you look at it there, you will also see, look, again, very simple. What do you see the ribbon doing? Spraying out. Is about to, it usually go from spraying out like this to curve. Okay, from spraying out like this to curve. That's what it usually do. So you got to watch out for this kind of stuff. So you can see even with Bitcoin doing what it is doing, there is no two ways about it. Kaspa is about to run. And look at where the moving average is. That's the funniest part of it. 8.5 cents. That's where the moving average is. If you've been following my channel, you'll also notice that price always follows, get attracted to the moving average. You usually see that. It never fails. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm waiting to happen. Okay, so for me, if you look at Kaspa, price action hasn't changed. Trust me, this price was not supposed to go down, but somebody did what they did. Again, I told you many times, if I had the chance to do it, I would do the same shit. I would call all of you, be like, yo, we about to crash this bitch. Get your short positions ready. I would have done it. It is what it is, right? So they can do it. They did it. Kudos to them. They made money. They fucked everybody else. Such is life, okay? You either the hunter or you get hunted. It's that simple, okay? But anyways, for me, price is still the same. Price action. So I am looking at 12 cents. From 12 cents, and then you start looking at 15 cents. After that, we do have 18 and 19 cents before we start hitting all-time high, which was sitting at 20 cents, and then get into price discovery. Everything's still playing normal. All you have to do is chill, watch the market, and make your money, right? Now, let's go look at Quant right quick, because Quant is also showing very, very good signs, okay? If you look at Quant QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate, okay? See, Quant is showing exact bullish things, just like I told you guys yesterday. You see, on the hourly, you see that ribbon has started to curve. On the hourly, by the time it turns green, okay, you are going to have this price go again and retest this moving average. That's what is happening right now. Quant is showing you exactly what the same roadmap that Kaspa will follow in a couple of moments. You're about to see it, okay? So yeah, you look at it, and that's what's happening. It's breaking out to the upside. When you put it on the 4-hourly, you will see the same thing. First, look at the moving ribbon. That's one thing that I usually look at first, okay? Look at the moving ribbon. You see? It's still like it's still spraying out, but it cannot turn green. We have to wait for the 1 hour to turn green first. Once it turns green, then the 4 hours will follow. But as you can see, the moving average is laying at $94. And price always follows the moving average. It always get attracted to it, and you're about to see it, okay? Then if you try to go on the daily, we are still the same. But all of this, my friends, all of this is actually, you can call it useless if Bitcoin dumps, because unfortunately everybody's still chained to Bitcoin's hip. Bitcoin does something, everybody else panics, or panic sells, or panics buys. But for me, everything still looks the same, because again, if we consider this as the retest, like I told you guys, every time we break out of a resistance, we need to come back for a retest. I think this week right here, this was the retest of this resistance, and then price supposed to come up, start to go. But sometimes, like depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin does not take off hard as I think it will, then we can see this price action go and retest this and then take off from there. So yeah, let's just watch Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin does and see how everything is going to move from there, okay? But if you ask me, the price action on Quant, for me, they're still the same. That is not, because despite all this dumping, look at the ribbon on the weekly. It is still green, still squeezing, and it's still green, which means by the time it starts to face off, this volatility, the price to the upside for Quant is going to be epic, okay? For me, I'm still looking at it this way. The first resistance is $125. After that, we do have 151 before we start hitting 164. By the time we get there with a daily candle, we will start looking at 176. After 176, there is not much resistance for Quant to start going to 230. And from 230, all-time high will be very next. All-time high before getting into price discovery. So yeah, all I'm doing is the same thing. Just looking at the market, relaxing, chilling. That's what I'm doing, okay? So yeah. Now, let's go look at Bitcoin right quick, because again, there is not much to be said on Bitcoin, because again, Bitcoin, I keep saying it and people keep calling me crazy. Bitcoin is looking for that 150, 160,000. Once we get there, we will reevaluate the market. Is it the end of the bull run or is it continuing? And we will reevaluate. And that's exactly what I was telling you guys yesterday. If you do remember, see, that's what I was telling you. Price always get attracted to moving average. It's that simple. And now look at the ribbon. Ribbon is still red, but it is curving upwards. It's just turned green. Yeah, ribbon just turned green. Look at that. If that tells you a lot about the momentum on Bitcoin right now. The momentum on Bitcoin, which also depends on what gold is doing. I'm telling you guys, gold is parabolic. And I think if you look at it, Bitcoin is trying to mirror that. Okay? Because yeah, we're getting there. It's getting closer and closer. But as you can see, on the 4-hourly, it hasn't turned green yet. Price is always going to get there. Once it gets there, if you know how to prepare for it, okay, hopefully there will be nobody with a lot of money try to fuck everybody over again. But so far, to me, it looks that Bitcoin is looking for that 150, 160,000 because everybody and their grandmama is still focused on the down price. On the weekly, look at that ribbon. See? When you get a chance, go look at the weekly RSI, weekly MACD, and then if you want, you can even add some Bollinger Bands to it. You will understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, even that, look at this. This gold, okay? Look at this. This is gold on the weekly. On the weekly, okay? It is funny that gold on the weekly, it is doing this. So yeah, it is not... well, let's watch, okay? We about to watch because all depend on right now is on what Trumpicius and his neighbor Xi Jinping are going to talk about. Because if they come out with an agreement and everything else, we are going to see prices skyrocket, and then everybody's going to make a lot of money, and before you know it, the market is going to top out. Okay, that's a playbook that everybody and their grandmama already know. If you don't know it, shit, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, I always tell you, please do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing. Again, if you cannot stand the heat, stay away from the kitchen. Just buy coins on spot. Okay? Anyways, yeah, like I always say, please, you need to practice. If you look down below, I do have the links. Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, Wix, and I also have an Acorn account which you can follow. Follow those links, sign up, and meet their deposit requirements. Once you do, they're going to give you free money. That is just the one part of it. That's just the one part. Once you get the free money, my friend, take out $20 or $50 and start to practice. If you can turn $50 into $100, $100 into $200, $200 into $400, and so on and so forth, then you are ready to trade with big money. If you cannot do that yet, please keep on practicing, because if you don't, trust me, Rec City will be your next stop. It's as simple as that. The only one that doesn't require that risk is going to be Acorn. On Acorn, follow that link, you sign up, they're going to give you $5 and you start investing. That is not leverage trading, it's stock and ETF trading. Okay, anyways, yeah, now let's go look at my my positions right quick. Okay, we are going to start first with Bydfi. Like I told you guys, I was going to look for a position. I was trying to start building up on my leverage position. So what I did today, I opened a Kaspa position too on Bydfi. So right here I do have two positions now. I do have a quant position and I do have a Kaspa position on my Bydfi. Now let's go look at them. First of all, look at my overall. It's sitting at $6,600 approximately, right? And if you go look at my contracts, you will see that one on my quants, I am still down 35%, which is $3,100 approximately. And I open up a Kaspa trade at 50x, just like I always told you guys. I'm a very aggressive trader. I don't trade less than that. As you guys can see, quant, I am trading at 50x. Kaspa, I am trading at 50x. Okay, and I don't use stop loss. That's me. As you can see right now, we do have my Kaspa trade. I am up 50%, which is 188. What I do, like I put like $300 into it, and I'm going to walk it. I'm going to walk it up to make sure that my liquidation drops. So that's what I'm doing right now. So everything is looking pretty good right now. Okay, like I told you, you have to start it. Even if I don't scale it up, look, if Kaspa goes to 20 cents, the all-time high, this position will make me $11,000. Okay, let's say it goes to $1, this position would make me $71,000. Okay, if it goes to $3, I would take home $220,000. Now my moon boy price, if it goes there, if I keep this open until then, I would take home $745,000. See, that is what I tell you. This is where the blessing comes. On the older position that I got closed, by reaching $1, I would have the position would have just only make me $50,000 if I don't recall badly. But right now, this one at these prices, and don't forget, I'm going to scale it up. At these prices, just by reaching $1, it will make me $74,000, $20,000 more. Okay, but anyways, that's why I keep telling you, you need to take that risk. Learn how to take it. Okay, but anyways, now let's go look at my second one, which is going to be on Phemex. On Phemex, I'm only still trading just Kaspa alone. I haven't scaled it up yet, but yet I'm trying to. I think I will open other positions again. I'm trying to get back all my positions one by one. Now, if you look at it, my overall here is sitting at $2,000 approximately. Okay, and now if you look at my contracts, you will see that here. Let's see, where is it? Here, my Kaspa, I am up 31%, which is $460 approximately, right? As you guys can see. So everything has begun to come back to the normal way it was. So yeah, we keep on. You can't cry about spilled milk. I can tell you this. I can't sit here and cry about it. Like, hey, the market crashed. Yeah, it did crash. Then what? That's it. That cannot be me telling you like, okay, because the market crashed, I'm not going to trade. Nah, I'm going to find those opportunities because I got one goal. I'm trying to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status. I can't cry for spilled milk. I got to milk the cow to get more. That's how it is, okay? So it depends on you. Make your decisions today. Tomorrow, you will thank yourself for making them. Now, let's go look at my son's Acorn account. Like I told you, I am following it. I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't make mistakes and things go the right way. As you guys can see, wow, $369. Okay, yeah, we are. Everything is running according to plan. So yeah, let's see. On this investment, basic investment, then what do we have going on there? 2.63%. Yesterday he was up 1.95, but today he's up 2.63% overall. So yeah, everything is moving right. Wow. On the small companies, he hasn't put more money on the small companies. But anyways, yeah, that was the funniest part of it. Let's see the ETFs. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. I like that. This is something I'm telling you, need to teach the next generation how to invest in themselves, how to do this kind of stuff, because nobody else is going to do it. If you don't, seriously, if you don't, nobody else is going to do it. And then you're going to sit here and try to think about how to make their lives better, unless you are that selfish in which you only care about yourself. When you're gone, right? Some people are like that. Hey, it's how they're meant to be. But for me, it's not going to be that way. I want to go from zero to a millionaire status and get in there, making generational wealth, not just for me, but for my children and my children's children and the next of 5 to 10 generations, however that will come before Jesus shows up back, before Jesus comes back for the second time. Okay? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay? Don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything we talked about today. And also don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. You never know what you're going to learn from a stranger. Trust me, you never know. And that being said, until I see you in my next one, guys, don't forget, the decisions you make today will define what your future will look like. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to make a decision. Guys, you need to think. Think about your risk tolerance, okay, and start investing. That's the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Until I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye bye.